Greetings, Facebook, YouTube. This your boy Terry the Teddy Bear Trucker, signing on from Tunkhannock, Pennsylvania, waiting to get loaded. Wanted to give you guys an update and show you some of the differences between Schneider IC and Landstar BCO. I've been with Landstar for about, I want to say, 3 weeks now, and things are going pretty good. Pretty good. I can't complain. I am loving this company. It is different from Schneider in many ways, but for the most part, it's very much the same. Uh, what I've noticed is that Landstar has a different process of doing things in terms of booking your loads and different processes in terms of how you get paid specifically, which I wanted to go over some of those differences. In terms of the Schneider IC load board, the things that I liked about it when I was over there was that both companies allow you to pick your own freight. But Schneider IC load board, the difference between their load board and Landstar's is when you see a load that you want on the Schneider IC board, you just simply click a button and it sends it to you. The load is yours. Over Landstar, it's a little bit more of a process. Once you find a load that you want to do, you have to contact the agent that has that load and make sure it's still available. And if it is, they send you the load via email, PDF rate confirmation. And that can take a little while. It can take anywhere from a couple minutes to maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how busy they are. But once you have the load, it's yours. And that's one of the differences with Landstar and Schneider's load board. The other difference between Landstar's load board, what I like about their load board is that when you see a load, it actually shows you what the line haul pays, and then you basically do your calculations to see what your percentage of that load is. Both companies pay 65% of the line haul for dry van freight, but and like I said, in Landstar's load board, you can actually see what Landstar is making, and then you deduct your percentage of it from that. On Schneider's load board, you only see your percentage of it, so you really don't know what Schneider's making on that load. So I like that Landstar has that in place. One of the other differences. See what else. In terms of like the expenses, Landstar's expenses are a little bit higher than Schneider's in terms of what I pay for occupational accident insurance or workman's comp, as you call it. At Schneider, I was paying $33.15 a week. Over here, I'm paying $75.31 a week. At Schneider, I was paying $805 for bobtail insurance a week. Over here, I'm paying $22.38 a week. But Schneider was also charging me money for my permits and physical damage insurance directly, which is cheaper than what I have now. When I left Schneider, I had to purchase physical damage on my own. I kept the same carrier, True North, but now I'm paying it out of pocket, and it's a little bit higher. So they were charging me $111.47 a week for physical damage. I now pay a little over $152 a week, total of $610 a month for physical damage insurance, and I pay that once a month now instead of weekly. So that's a little bit different. Schneider also charges cargo insurance. I haven't been charged yet for Landstar. It's all included in their fees, I'm guessing. But Landstar does charge you for a couple of things that Schneider didn't charge. They charge you for the pre-pass, $250 a week. They charge you for basically Qualcomm fees, which is $369 a week just for the Qualcomm, and then there's an additional, I believe, $27 and change for the airtime. They actually charging the airtime fees for the Qualcomm. So when it comes to in terms of the fees and how the loads are between Schneider and Landstar, I'd say that they basically balance out to be about the same. Uh, Landstar has loads frequently that pay over $2 a mile than Schneider does, and that's a big difference from what I can tell. But that's only because they're showing you what the full line haul is. Once you deduct your cost and then do recalculate the per mile rate, it ends up to be about what Schneider pays. They're about the same. Um, so I guess what a lot of people say are true is that all these shippers pay the same, is same rate. So it's no matter what carrier you're with, you'll probably end up getting the same rates across the board because it's the market that determines the rate, not the carriers. So those are some of the differences between Schneider IC and Landstar BCO load boards. If you guys have more questions about it, I'll be happy to answer them. I want to thank you guys again for following me, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons, and can continue on my adventures. And things are going really well. I'm bouncing back from having to leave Schneider. I'm catching up on some of that lost revenue I made a transition. I'm catching up really quickly. In fact, one of the loads I'm picking up next week is paying, after everything is said and done, just under $8,000 for one load. I couldn't believe it. And that load is actually picking up in Salt Lake City, Utah on the 27th, on the 12th, excuse me, and delivering in Fort Pickett, Virginia on the 27th. And so the line haul for that is a little over $1,200, and the fuel surcharge is a little over $515. But then since I'm going to be sitting for pretty much 10 days, they're paying over $5,700 just for layover. So I couldn't pass that up. I could not. That'll put me pretty much where I was before I left Schneider. So I'm really looking forward to that. But until next time, this your boy, Terry the Teddy Bear Trucker, signing off.